guys, and welcome to my quest guide for the 2003 Members Quest Underground Pass. Now, to start this quest, you will need to have completed Plague City and Biohazard first. You need to have 25 range. Bring at least 2 rope with you. You can fail it, so I suggest you bring maybe 3 or 4 with you. A bow that uses ammo. Any type of the normal arrows, and enough free inventory spaces to hold all your armor and any quest items you get. You will also need to defeat 8 different enemies between level 44 and 81, so I recommend you bring some armor and a little bit of food with you. So to start the quest, go to Aldoring Castle up to the 1st floor and speak to King Lethus. Go through his chat and click Accept Quest. Once you finish this, you will need to head to West Ardoin. So for this next part of the quest, you'll need to have about 14 free inventory spaces. When you need to unequip your armor, you will have been finished with rope and your bow, so you'll be able to drop them if needed. But it's suggested to bring some food if you are at lower level. So head downstairs, round the back of the castle and through the gate to West Ardoin. When you reach the gate, go through and head all the way west. Keep going as far as you can go. It will narrow on the western side. And when you reach the very end, you need to talk to Koftik. Go through his chat, then choose option 1, I'll take my chances. And then enter the cave entrance next to him. When you get in here, take one of the side passages. Make sure you climb over the rock slides. And follow the path around to where Koftik is standing again. Go over and speak to Koftik, and he will give you a cloth. You need to use this cloth on one of your arrows. And then you need to light the arrow and equip it. If you right click, it will have a light option. Equip it and equip your bow. Then go round to the north. And you need to aim at the rope. So find the guide rope and fire at it. And that will lower the bridge down. When you get over the bridge, just go into the northern tunnel and pick up the plank that is on the floor. And then run south and continue through the cave. Then run east. When you reach the next little gap, you need to use a rope on the old spike. It can be quite difficult to find, so maybe zoom in, move your camera around and see if you can find it. It did take me a while to find it, but it was kind of further down into the pit. So click on the old spike with your rope and you will head across the chasm and then continue to follow the path around to the grid in the south area. Climb over the rock slide and then run through and climb over the western rock slide. You will find your way to Koftik again. You can speak to him, and with this bit you need to find your way across the tiles. Now there is one route for each person and it is different for everyone. So if you fall down, just climb back up the wall again. I will suggest keeping a note of this because it will be needed for the next quest. So just slowly work your way across. Make a note of your route. And then when you get to the other side, there'll be a lever you can pull to open the gate. So when you get to the other side, there is a lever just to the south of the gate on the floor. When the gate's open, walk to the east. Run all the way into the next room. You can just run through and take the damage, or you can disarm the traps. It's completely up to you. So run to the northern path. You can use the planks on the flat rock just to be sure that they don't hit you, or you can just risk it and take any damage they take. Once you've got the orb, run back south and then take the northwestern path. Run past the spiders towards the ogres and then pick up the orb. Head back again. Then take the middle western path. You can use the planks on the flat rocks or just run across. Take the third orb. And then go to the southern path. So when you go down here, don't pick up the orb straight away. You need to search the rock underneath the orb to disarm the trap first. So option 1, try to disarm it. Then head back to the center, watch out for the traps again. Continue east past the well and back the way you came earlier. Run through the traps or search the odd markings if you want to disarm the traps. And then you need to use the 4 orbs on the furnace just north of the campfire. Once you've put all 4 in, run back to the west to the well. And climb down the well. When you're down here, follow the path. Head to the west until you reach the cells. And in the southeasternmost cell, you need to pick the lock on the door. And then dig in the mud. When you get down here, walk west. Cross the ledge when you reach it. And then run to the south. So the next section has 2 options. If you have level 50 thieving, you can go south and through the doors at the bottom. Just make sure you avoid the bubbles. If you don't have level 50 thieving, you can run across the walkway like I am. So just follow the path. You can kind of see it on the map where the route is. And just cross over the planks you need to. Be careful, you can fall on this and have to go back to an earlier section. But if you're lucky enough, you should be able to get straight across in one go. Once you get over, run south. And keep going south no matter which route you take. And go through the obstacle pipe to the west. So when you get in here, in the southwestern part of the room there is a cage. You need to search the cage to find a railing. Then you need to use the railing on the boulder to the south of the unicorn. So you have to go around. If you just click on the area to the south, it will automatically run there. Use the railing on the boulder to push it down and unfortunately crush the unicorn. Then you need to search the cage again to get a unicorn horn. Then you need to go back north of the cage and go through the tunnel. When you go in the tunnel, follow the path to the north and just keep on the path until you reach a room with 3 paladins in. If you are low on health, you can speak to the paladins and they'll give you some food for free and some potions. But you need to have 7 free inventory spots to do it. Once you're ready, kill all of them and take the 3 badges that they drop on the floor. If they respawn, don't worry about it as long as you've got the 3 badges that they drop. Then follow the path to the west. When you reach the flat rocks, use your planks for them to go over and continue to the west. When you see a well, use the badges and the unicorn horn on the well. Once that's done, you can open the door. So this next section, you need 14 free inventory spots. So if you've not got them, you might need to rearrange your inventory a bit. You can drop the ropes and the bow if needed. So when you get in here, run to the south as far as you can go. When you get all the way to the south, you need to run to the west, and there will be some stairs in the center of the southern wall. Be careful you don't run past them. You can see them where they're marked on the minimap. It is easier to see if you turn your camera around. So once you head up the stairs, go through the chat. So once you finish the chat, you need to head into the little dwarven camp in the southwestern corner. So just run north and west around to the entrance. When you're in here, you need to speak to Niluf. Go through his chat, and then go back round to where you came in, and head back up the stairs you came down. Then you need to head to the witch's house, which is in the southeastern corner, which you can see from the stairs. So you need to make your way around to it. So if you follow the path round to the northeast and go across the bridge, there are some sections you will need to jump across. So when you get to this area, you need to find the witch's cat. Now, she might not necessarily be near the witch's house, so take a look around, see if you can see it. Usually it's hanging around somewhere to the northwest of the house. So if you look around on the minimap, you should be able to see a yellow dot on the map where it is. Should make it a little bit easier to find. When you've found it, head back to the witch's house in the southeast and use the cat on the door. Once you've done that, knock on the door and the witch will take the cat inside. Then you can click to go inside. When you're inside the witch's house, search the chest. You'll get a couple of items and a book. Now you need to go back out of the witch's house and then around and kill the 3 demons just to the west. So, kill the first one, They are only level 78, so they shouldn't be too difficult to kill. If you are a lower level, you might need some more food. Make sure you pick up the amulets they drop. Once you've killed all 3 demons and picked up all 3 amulets, you need to open the chest. So jump back across the bridge to where the second demon was. And you will see a chest on the platform just to the north of it. So open the chest and pour Iban's shadow on the doll of Iban. Once this is done, head back out to the stairs that we went down earlier. Go back into the area with the dwarves. So when you get to the south, descend the stairs again and run around into the dwarven camp. You need to speak to Clank the dwarf. So not the same person you spoke to earlier. Go through his chat and you will get his gauntlets. When you've done that, go into the large house and pick up the bucket that's on the floor. Then go into the small house and use the bucket on the barrel and you'll get a dwarf brew. When you've got that, run to the east to the tomb you can see on the map. Once you get down to the tomb, you need to use the dwarven brew on the tomb. Then you need to click to light the tomb. You can drop the bucket now because you don't need it and you'll get some Iban's ashes. Use the ashes on the doll of Iban. Then we need to run to the northeastern corner. Go up the central path to the little chamber at the end and you need to kill Calrag the spider. He's the big giant one. Once you've killed him, the other spiders will attack you. Just ignore them and run away. So kill him, then go over to the northwestern corner. follow the little path and go through the door. When you get down here, go south. And you need to go to the 3rd walkway. Walk across the bridge. So once you get to this one, then walk to the north to the 1st cage, then east to a 2nd cage. So when you get over here, you need to go a little bit north and then to the west. So where this splits into 3, choose the westernmost path and go over to the cage. Equip Clank's gauntlets and search the cage to get Ivan's dove, and then use Ivan's dove on the doll of Ivan. Once you've done this, you need to follow the path back where you came from. So south and then west and south again. Before you go to the west to the ledge at the edge, stop at this first platform and go to the east instead. So follow this path round to the next platform and then head to the south. Keep following the bridge to the south and then jump over when there's the option. Kill the disciple of Ivan, just one of them, and pick up the robes. You need a top and a bottom, so make sure you do get both of them. Equip them and run further to the south over the bridge. Unequip everything else you have, so all you are wearing is the robes. If you don't have enough space, just eat some food or throw something away if you've got something unneeded. If you can make 3 free inventory spaces, you get a few extra runes as well. Enter Ivan's temple. And then when you get in here, you need to use the doll on the well. Just stand and wait. When he disappears, you'll be teleported out. You will receive some fire runes, some death runes, and Ivan's staff if you had inventory space. Follow the tunnel to the west. When you get to the end, you'll find Koftik again. Speak to him. Go through his chat. And then when the chat's done, you need to head back to Aldoring Castle where we started. So you can either run out the cave and go through western Aldoring to the gates and around, or you can teleport to the Aldoring lodestone and run south from there. When you're in the castle, go upstairs. Speak to King Lathus in the central room. Go through his chat. And then we have quest complete. So there we go. For completing this quest, you'll get 5 quest points, 3,000 agility XP, 3,000 attack XP. You get to keep Ivan the staff, the death runes and the fire runes that you got. You can keep Clank's gauntlets, and you also get 2 treasure hunter keys. So there we have, quest complete.